TSU, they'll do it again with Wright. He breaks through inside the 20. 15, 10, 5. Wright goes left and in for 6. Tisdale is going to keep it on the design run all the way, and he trots in for the score. Rodney Tisdale Jr. My finalist team, Unseld, another one. Give it to him.
Unseld's on fire right now.
Well, coming up, Tyson Helton and the freshman phenom Rodney Tisdale Jr. prepare for a road test in Death Valley.
And WKU basketball is cruising to Atlantis in search of a 5-0 start over a Power 4 opponent. And not to mention, Travis Hudson and the volleyball tops, Alec, are going to need a much bigger trophy case.
Stay tuned for some high-octane sports action coming up next on The Extra Point.
Pass is called, one-handed grab. Are you kidding me, Dalvin?
Dug him with space, inside the 10, looks to break the tackle, and he breaks the end zone.
And we'll keep it on the ground with Wales. Not only will he get the first down, he'll get the touchdown and the championship.
Use it for Rogers for 3 for the win. Western Kentucky does it great.
The grass is red in Kentucky. Holy moly.
The Hilltoppers are champions of Conference USA.
Welcome into Studio 2 for the final time this semester. Ryan Murphy joined by the Alec Fouch. Here to wrap up your season, Alec, in the best way we know how.
Glad to be here, Ryan, and you know, it's truly an honor to sit in this anchor chair one last time as a member of the Extra Point crew. We have a packed show in store for you on this fine Friday, but first, we have to get to what might be my favorite segment.
I think it's got to be mine too, Alec. Let's roll the tape on the top 5 plays. Coming in at number 5, we're going to look at the Lady Tops going up against Vanderbilt. Tia Schelling is going to drive through the rain around the right side, go up and in for the and one bucket. What a tough finish.
I mean, what a disgusting finish, like you said. That was the way she rolled it off the backboard, scooped it up like it was a hook shot right around the defender. That was a disgusting, disgusting play for the guard. But coming up at number 4, Cade Unseld. If you're from Bowling Green, you know his name. 4 straight threes. Not 1, not 2, not 3, man. That is 4 straight daggers.
2, 3.
I mean, are we counting?
And 4.
Okay, Count Dracula.
4 in a row. I'm counting them down, but now we're going to number 3. Caden York, another local kid here at South Warren, continues to spin his way to the end zone. I count 4 spins, I think, to escape all those tackles. He's looking like the Tasmanian devil.
Another 4 for the gang tonight? I mean, what a disgusting play by this young man. I cannot believe he didn't go down on this play. He stays up, does the tornado, spins into the end zone, and sticking with the gridiron, moving along to number 2. I know him as the UK football transfer, but you know him as one of the most consistent backs on the team this year. Lavelle Wright, 37-yard house call for the touchdown, and an absolutely nice celly right after the play.
He's got the moves, he's got the speed so fast that I almost lost him there on the celly on his way to the end zone. But huge shout out also on that strong left side to Marshall Jackson, who created that space. And that takes us to our number 1 play of the week. Armello Boone's going to lead us off. You don't even see him in the frame. There he is. Boom! Game time for Armello Boone for our number 1 play in the putback dunk.
I think Ryan, that the kids are calling that on his head. Is that
on his head thing?
Ain't that what they do?
Is that what the young kids are calling it now?
Is that what they're calling it?
I don't know if that. Listen, there we go. Is this what the kids call it? I think we're getting too old.
Just a little bit too old there, Ryan. But I mean, just some great plays all around. It's
Absolutely.
very, very fun to be able to have that segment now on this show to see just how well our athletes are doing in this part of the state.
Absolutely. But shout to Armello Boone. They call him Mello. He wears a headband. Kid's a baller. Do we dare show him off towards Carmelo Anthony and make those comparisons?
I could make that comparison, but the kids today are going to say LaMelo Ball, so you might not want to call him Melo.
We have to educate the young crowd, though. That's what we're here for. But Alec, the Hilltopper volleyball squad, to no one's surprise, took home plenty of regular season honors.
That is correct, Ryan. Another year means another shot at the CUSA title, and a few names helped the Hilltoppers get back to the podium at the Conference Volleyball Awards. Kyra Knox took home Freshman of the Year honors with Izzy Vanderweely claiming the depoy. Both of these athletes' impact was felt wire to wire this season, and Knox led the team in kills per set with 3.4, while Vanderwilly led the charge on defense with 94 total blocks. But the creme de la creme of the ceremony was no surprise. Callie Bauer ran home with the CUSA Player of the Year and Setter of the Year honors. Bauer was one of the nation's best with 932 assists on the year, and with this being her second year in a row winning Setter of the Year, she has proven her value as a leader of this team. We all know Coach Hudson will have his squad ready, and with Callie Bauer at the helm, Ryan, there is no telling how far this Topper team may go.
Absolutely, but a big part of that award as well for Callie Bauer, like you mentioned, 5 straight years that Player of the Year award in Conference USA has been won by a Hilltopper volleyball player, and 5 years ago, Alec, it was named after former Hilltopper volleyball player Alyssa Kavanaugh. And since then, that award has only been won by Hilltoppers.
Definitely look to see that success continuing in the future. But Ryan, let's switch gears because I hear you have a bit of a mild take this time around.
Well, folks, I wouldn't call this a hot take, but I'm going to ask you to lend me your ears anyway for this one. Rodney Tisdale Jr., regardless of if you think it or not, he is that guy. The redshirt freshman phenom is making waves off his 3rd consecutive start against Middle Tennessee, and he continues to better his stat sheet every single time he touches the field. Tisdale tallied career highs in passing yards, attempts, and touchdowns in the rivalry game, and despite that fluke interception late in the game, the quarterback is playing at maximum confidence. With a top 20 passer rating in the country and 9 touchdowns through 3.5 games, what better way, Alec, to cement your position as the new spark of this offense than a win in Death Valley? With Tisdale leading the offense and the team gelling at just the right time, the Tops arguably have their best chance to win over an SEC program since the team's win over Kentucky in 2012. Some might call me crazy. I don't care what ESPN says about their 5% chance to win. Give me the Tops to upset the Tigers in Baton Rouge with Tisdale leading the charge on the offense.
I mean, if you're saying that Tisdale is the guy, that is not a hot take at all. He is the guy. But if you're saying that the Tops will beat LSU in Death Valley, that's a pretty hot take that I'm not going to say I disagree with. I mean, as you can see, Tisdale, almost 160 passer rating, 16th in the FBS. He's already putting up essentially professional numbers. 4-year graduate student numbers in his first time as a starter, Ryan. This is ridiculous, and if they can take care of a weak LSU defense this year, they can really have a shot.
His passer rating's been through the roof. His pass completion percentage has been through the roof. He's only going to continue to improve. That's the thing. Head offensive coordinator Rick Bowie has said it. Head coach Tyson Helton has said it. Every single time he's stepped on the field as the starter, his confidence has just continued to grow. He has such a high IQ, and he cares more about the internal goings of the team. I think that's something maybe more experienced players look to the others. What can they exploit? But Tisdale knows that everything he needs to do is internal in terms of his own performance. But we're not done talking Tisdale and the Tops just yet. We'll look back at WKU's dominant offensive performance over Middle Tennessee.
And we have a look ahead to the Hilltoppers' upcoming SEC matchup next on the Extra Point.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Running back, this is an unorthodox situation.
They keep it with Wright, and he goes right up the middle and splits the C for 6.
Jones, they try to get,
It's a speed option, and it's devoured. Henry beats his man and catches it right corner of the end zone. King Henry, they've just been running it right at MTSU. They'll do it again with Wright. He breaks through inside the 20. 15, 10, 5. Wright goes left and in.
Welcome back into the Extra Point. Ryan Murphy, I think it's time to give the people what they want and talk some football.
Yes, basketball season started, but let's not forget, folks, football weather's here. We're still in the prime of football season, and Western Kentucky doing everything they need to do at the right time, and they did it against their rivals in Middle Tennessee. 642 total yards of offense there. Easily a season high for them, Alec. This offense is rolling at just the right time.
Absolutely rolling. I mean, getting the rushing game going, especially as the Tops get closer and closer to the postseason, really gives them a real shot at taking home a CUSA title game and even winning a bowl game. And, you know, as they look ahead to the end of their regular season here, the way they can open up that offense, introduce Rodney Tisdale Jr.'s dual threat, that's going to be something very, very crucial that Tyson Helton's going to want to get going as they get to the postseason.
Absolutely, but the defense still is having a little bit of those struggles. You see it there in the stats for MTSU. They still managed over 540 yards of total offense. So one of their stronger performances of the season, if not the strongest offensively, but good stops on fourth down for the Tops. 0-3 on fourth down there for MTSU. Western Kentucky still managed to get that solid third down conversion percentage that they've been used to under Rick Bowie. And a big part of that was King Henry himself, Matthew Henry, who had himself a night, 135 receiving yards on 7 completions for 8 targets, including a touchdown. Alec, he was basically averaging 2 first downs every time he caught the ball.
That's right. I mean, that's 20 yards every single time you get the ball. 20 yards. That's pass the ball to the guy 5 times. That's 100 yards down the field. I mean, he has been consistent as all get out this season. He's really been able to step up and replace the Easton Messers, the Keyshawn Johnsons who haven't been here from last season. So it's going to be very, very crucial for him to be performing at this high level as the Tops, once again, what are they going? Nearing the postseason.
Nearing the postseason. Rodney Tisdale doesn't have a favorite. You can see a lot of great catches there from multiple receivers, but here's what head coach Tyson Helton had to say following the win over Middle Tennessee.
As a coach, you analyze, you know, hey, how good is their offense? How good against our defense? How good is our offense against their defense? And I told our offense we need to be at least in the mid-30s in this game. I said defensively, if their offense is clicking, the biggest thing is we got to keep them out of the end zone. And we needed each other. We needed big third down stops by our defense. We got it, and offense scored. And then they would score, and we needed the offense to go respond, and they scored. So it was good to just see that our team was helping each other, and it wasn't just, you know, one group just, you know, leading the way tonight. It was just a full team effort, and I was really proud of the guys for that.
And as Coach Helton said right there, you do love these kinds of games, and that is going to be big to keep the morale high as they look ahead to Death Valley to face the LSU Tigers, Ryan.
Absolutely, and this is a team that when you circle it on your calendar, just like you mentioned that Coach Helton said, these are the teams that you like to have because it shows how you measure up in big-time places, big-time performances could shine in the biggest of lights, the biggest of stages down in Baton Rouge. But LSU having a bit of a down year, that's no question to everybody in the college football landscape. Just lost Brian Kelly, who was just recently fired, 6-4 on the year, 10th in the SEC, an uncharacteristic down year for the Tigers.
Very, very uncharacteristic. I would equate this team to something similar to what maybe Mississippi State or Kentucky would be at right now. And I think that really gives a lane for the Toppers to come in, and if they're firing on all cylinders, they have a real shot in this one. As you can see, 298 passing yards allowed per game for LSU. if the Tops can really get it going, it'll be a very, very fun game for them.
Absolutely, and the big part of their struggles this season has been a change of quarterback now in the last 2 games as we look at their impact player in this one. Their new quarterback, Michael Van Buren, coming off a win, though, 221 yards versus Arkansas. Not only that, 1 touchdown in that game as well for him through the air, but it was also a come-behind win in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, him replacing Garrett Nussmeier, it's been crucial for them to have good quarterback play if they want wins. Obviously, any team is going to be needing that. But these guys aren't going to let up on you. He had a great game against Arkansas, as you said, and he's been pretty solid so far this season. So if the Tops can contain that, step up on defense, they could really walk out of Death Valley with a W.
Absolutely. That's what the Tops are going to look to do. It's going to be all about the offense for WKU.
But coming up, we'll have more on Callie Bauer in the Tops' road to a potential Conference USA championship.
They win awards for a reason, folks. Stay tuned as we preview the Tops' road trip to New Mexico State.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Assists last night for Callie Bauer. She stays in 4th place in career assists. That's going to be an ace from Bauer. This keeps it alive. Sets it for Bauer. Van de Wheelie again.
There it is. That's the swing.
Really, really proud of our team to win another conference championship. I say it's my favorite thing to accomplish every year is to win a regular season title, and this one is as rewarding as any that we've ever won.
If that doesn't get you hype, Alec, I don't know what will. WKU volleyball is surging towards the postseason, and this team has overcome so many obstacles, Alec, en route to their share of the Conference USA regular season title.
Yeah, that's right, and they had a very, very contested matchup this weekend against Liberty, and when I say contested, I mean the Tops swept 6-0 in 2 games.
Get the brooms.
Get the brooms out. I mean, Western looked dominant on defense, much more than they have at times this season. 60 digs in the match on Saturday alone, and you've really got to spotlight Skidmore, Knox, and Young. These girls all led the charge with double-digit kills for the Tops. That's not something that you've gotten to see a lot this season.
Absolutely, and it's been a kind of a reoccurring theme throughout the season that it's been 1 or 2 players that stepped up occasionally. You have Kyra Knox, who's been pretty consistent offensively. You have Olivia Skidmore, who's been able to have some big games here or there. But a big player in this one, to almost nobody's surprise, is the Conference USA Player of the Year. Callie Bauer was the impact one in this game. Conference USA Player of the Year, Setter of the Year as well. But Alec, the number that jumps off the page, 75 total assists in just those 2 matches.
That is absolutely disgusting to go along with her 932 assists on the season. One of the best in the conference, one of the best in the nation. But her this weekend, 2 blocks, 2 aces, and 8 digs. She was proving that she doesn't just do it on the assist, Ryan. She was all over the court.
And that's something that I think when people came into this season, they questioned if the Tops were going to be able to continue their role of success into this year. With the loss of Kaylee Cox and other players like that to graduation, it was a lot of question marks surrounding this team, but it's seniors like Callie Bauer who stepped up to continue to lead this team that have made the difference overall. She's had a phenomenal year. She more than deserves that award, and she's going to be one to watch as they go throughout the Conference USA tournament.
Precisely, Ryan. Here is what Coach Hudson had to say about the team's win and their share in the Conference USA regular season championship.
Just really, really proud of our team to win another conference championship. You guys know that, I say it's my favorite thing to accomplish every year is to win a regular season title. And this one is as rewarding as any that we've ever won just because of how young we are and how much we've dealt with injury and adversity. And I'm really, really proud of this team. It was a great weekend for us at Liberty. We played in dominant fashion, 1-3-0, 3-0. Our RPI shot through the roof. We're at 30 in the RPI this week, so we should be really solidified as an NCAA tournament team. And so lots of things to be really, really happy about, be proud of with this team. And now, we put the regular season to bed, and now it's time to go play this conference tournament.
Said there, the regular season is over. Consider it put to bed. The Tops are now 0-0, as now they'll head down to the 305 down in Miami to take on New Mexico State in the quarterfinals of the CUSA Championship. And last year, this is actually a rematch of last year's CUSA title match.
That's right, Ryan. These two teams head-to-head last year were the best in the conference. Obviously, New Mexico State has taken a bit of a dip this year, but you can't forget that they have 7 seniors that play regularly on this squad. Now, they did lose to Kennesaw State. They looked better than they had at some points this season in that loss, so they definitely have some things to improve on as they come in to face the Tops.
Absolutely. The 7 seniors is really something you want to keep an eye on because obviously this is a team that they haven't seen in the regular season. It's going to be a lot of question marks going into this team, but the player that we really want to take a look at isn't even one of those 7 seniors. It's Maggie Lightheart, a junior, who, looking at her stats, she carries a lot of the weight, and especially in those 339 kills.
Definitely. She leads the team in kills with 339, like you said, and 57 aces while serving. But one thing that really jumps off the page to me, to go along with those service aces, are the service errors. She's tallied 53 errors on the season. If the Tops want to be able to take advantage of New Mexico State's best player in her worst moments, they have to be able to respond when she commits those errors.
Absolutely, and you can see there on her screen, she just plays with a lot of prowess, a lot of signatureness. You can almost tell how her players and teammates alike respect her whenever she's on the floor. But I would be interested to see Izzy Vanderwille, Defensive Player of the Year in Conference USA. I think you're going to see her and Lightheart go head-to-head with each other at the net. That's going to be the most arguably exciting matchup to watch in this game. And though the volleyball Tops are nearing season's end, basketball season, Alec, is just getting started.
You got that right. Hank Plona's got a really big team that's looking for some really big rings. See how they fared in this week's action after the break.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys. You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
17-20-18 NIT semifinalist team. Unsold another one. Give it to him.
on fire right now.
Instead, Meyer's going to keep it himself. Wraps it all the way inside. Missed it.
Oh, and the dunk.
Back home. Boom.
Up. Kadir baseline, reverse, up and in. 17 on the shot clock. Right, left side. Dakalinga.
And we are back with a look at the Hilltopper men's basketball team. And you are back for more of the extra point. Ryan, I guess we're just going to have to give it to them.
I think we got to. I mean, yes, it's prime football season, but basketball season's getting started. We are in Kentucky. We are a basketball state, so we got to talk about the hoops. And the Tops doing everything they need to do to start their basketball season, coming off a big win earlier this week against Bethel. 30 points the difference at the final score.
I mean, WKU shot the lights out. Look at the hometown kid, Cade Unseld. Those 4 straight threes that were in our top plays, 15 points on the night. It's really, really fun to be able to watch this guy in high school and watch him translate his game into college. I mean, if guys like him are shooting the lights out, there's no telling how good this Topper team may be.
Absolutely. It brings back good memories, I think, for the community and for those who have watched him kind of grow up in this space, grow up in this atmosphere, grow up on this court. And several of those shots you've seen where he made those threes, he's made shots from those exact spots before. So I'm sure he got a little bit of nostalgia. But shout out Grant Newell as well. 16 points, led the team. And not only that, you see him make that big shot there on your screen. He's probably gets the most quiet amount of points. Like he's such a quiet, consistent player.
I mean, he's really been the glue guy for this team. That was probably the quietest 16 points I've ever seen, but he's been as consistent as can be. And look for the Tops to rely on him more as a main ball handler and someone who they can trust to protect the ball and not get turnovers.
But they'll have a big test on their hands. They'll want Grant to keep that consistency as they go cruise on down to the Bahamas for the Battle of the Bahamas. And they'll face Vanderbilt in this one, but probably going to be the toughest challenge they've had all season and what is arguably what Coach Plona says the most offensive, efficient team in the country.
Yeah, Vanderbilt so far is looking like one of the top contenders in the SEC. 5 players, not averaging double figures, averaging over 12 points per game. So if you know anything about the rule of 71, if you just put their starters in, they're getting 71 and winning the game every single time. You look at the guard Miles, 16.2 points per game to almost 6 assists per game. He's really opening up the floor for them, and it's going to make it a challenge for the Tops.
Absolutely, but they're going to keep their offense rolling. That's going to be the key for Hank Plona.
Definitely. And as Coach Plona prepares to raise the anchor, Coach Greg Collins' Lady Topper team had to walk the plank against the Commodores, Ryan.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate loss earlier this week for the Lady Tops. As you look at the stats here, final 87-49. And this is one of those games I think you just kind of sweep under the rug if you're Coach Collins moving forward. Obviously, you're down one of your star players. You're facing a top 20 team in the country, at least as it stands in the AP poll. This is just one you take what you can learn and move on. And definitely the biggest thing the Lady Tops are going to have to learn from is that turnover number. 24 turnovers, gave over 18 steals to the Commodores.
Yeah, you can't be turning the ball over like that. You're not going to win any games if you're committing over 15 turnovers a game. And Vandy coming in with 18 steals in this game, they could beat just about anybody with that kind of defensive effort. But you have to remember, Michaela Blake's had 28 points in this one. Her season high, she was looking absolutely unstoppable on the court. And when you have her just shooting in the dome, you know, like they say, your shooting percentage goes up when you shoot in a dome. She was shooting in Diddle Arena, and she just looked unstoppable, Ryan.
Absolutely. The rebounds also played a big aspect in this game. Vandy 43 rebounds to WKU's 27. That's going to be a big difference maker going forward, is getting those boards, and especially going to be crucial as they face off against the Fighting Illini later next week. And they've got a strong team, averaging almost 80 points per game. And not only that, they've got multiple players who haul in the boards, both 2 players specifically, averaging over 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah, but they do have a game coming up against Florida State. That'll be a highly contested Power 4 team matchup, and Western gets a week off before they play them. So look for them to be ready to play. Who knows? Maybe the Fighting Illini will be unprepared when they come to face the Tops.
Absolutely. Florida State's going to be a tough team for them, and only 3 days to kind of rest up and get ready for that matchup. But Trinity Row has arguably been the toughest loss for the Lady Tops at this point. At least it happened earlier in the season. You never want to see a player get injured, but for them, at least it happened early on. They expect her to be back later in the year. They're going to just try to bide their time, so to speak, until about January, February, where they hope to have her back.
100%, Ryan. Look for the Tops to pick up the slack in her absence, but enough about basketball because it's still football weather.
Oh boy, we're deep in the playoffs of high school football, and who's got the best chance heading into week 3? We'll break it down right here when we come back.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Now the KHSAA playoffs are in full swing, and as round 3 approaches, 3 local teams are still battling for their shot at a state title. Logan County is vying for a 4A title in their first trip ever to a state final, and while the back-to-back champion Bowling Green Purples are proving that records are just a number, the Spartans are intercepting hopes and dreams in their dominant first season in 6A. So many big plays like that one there from Ethan Kirkwood. So many jaw-dropping moments like this unbelievable catch from Jake Carter. So many history-making wins like this play from Logan County that got them their first win over Greenwood in quite some time. But every win, every touchdown, every road leads to Kroger Field. Alec, what an exciting season it's been.
Very, very exciting season. The drama from the beginning to the end. Bowling Green looking like a less than good team. Like nobody thought they were going to be as good as they had been. And then they came in down the stretch and made it work. And as you can see, South Warren, one of the best, if not the best team in 6A. In their first year in the division, no one expected them to have that kind of performance.
You would say it's almost unheard of, but we just got to look at the South Warren Spartans stats on this season. This is not the first time that head coach Brandon Smith has taken the team to an undefeated season in their first year on an upgrade. They've got the highest 6A RPI in the postseason. That's to no one's surprise. Undefeated, 11-0. They got a bye week after Christian County forfeited their playoff spot, but they're also the #1 scoring offense in 6A and a top 5 defense. This team just has all the right pieces to make a run to Kroger Field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can compete against the Louisville private schools. You know them as the Trinities, the St. X's, the big 6A schools that will give them a run for their money. But now you know what time it is. The lay-of game is on the way. Up next on the Extra Point.
Cole Mack and the Golden Voice himself, Tyler Fernandez, will join me at the desk in round 1 of your favorite segment. Stay tuned.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Well,
I
think y'all already know what time it is.
That
It's time for delay of game, and if you need to know the rules by now, we think you'll figure it out. We're talking college hoops with two of the best in the game, Tyler Fernandez, Cole McIntire. Tyler's going to lead us off. Tyler, who is the best team in the ACC?
Well, let's first talk about one thing. It's the Duke Blue Devils. They have been absolutely balling. People would think, oh, they suck now because now John Shire's taking over the team. No, they've been solid. Number one in the ACC. They're one of the best offenses in the country, and not to mention a solid defense, too, to go on top of it, averaging a little over 60 points per game allowed. Cameron Boozer's an absolute dog, averaging a double-double. And by the way, he leads Duke's 4 out of 5 categories, which is unbelievable. But not only that, they got sharpshooter Isaiah Evans. They also got the brother Caden Boozer as well. Just absolutely dominant players from top to bottom. Just a stacked list. Really good Duke Blue Devils team.
First, can I say I appreciate the John Shire reference from you, Tyler. Cole, who you got?
Oh, we got plenty of John Shire references.
Oh, here we go.
So,
boy.
Gosh, Tyler's he's just so cute when he talks. I mean, he acts like he knows ball. Look, if you've watched college basketball, you know there's one team that's giving people problems, and that's the Louisville Cardinals. When I look at this team, when I look at this program, they are led by one of the best point guards. I'm going to say it, the best point guard in the ACC, and Michael Brown Jr. He's one of the best when it comes to that. And just ask head coach Mark Pope. What did he drop? 29 points on his head?
On his head?
On his head? On the Giants' head? Yeah, anyways. But here's the other thing. Pat Kelsey, ACC Coach of the Year, best coach in the conference. Let me tell you that, Tyler. Not John Shire. So I think my
it is John. It is John Shire. Let's look at the garbage teams that you have played. South Carolina State, Jackson State, and Ohio.
They killed Kentucky.
Okay, I'm excluding Kentucky from this conversation.
So let's just exclude all the teams Duke has played. Then if we're just picking teams, let's exclude them all. Let's exclude them, Tyler. It's Tyler's show, baby. It's Tyler's show.
All right, we're going to stop it here. As much as I would love to see that keep going. Moving on to our next topic. I feel like I have an idea of who each of you might pick. Best player in the country. Tyler, who's your pick?
Well, before the show, Cole had this guy picked before he switched. Now let's use it against him, and we're going to go ahead and go with P.J. Haggerty. Just an absolute stud, a 6'4" guard transfer from Memphis. Dude is an absolute baller. By the way, 28.2 points per game. Thank you, Ryan, for the 6'7" reference. He had 37 points last night in the game against Mississippi State. Might I remind you, folks, that's an SEC school that he just dominated. He carried the team all by himself. By the way, the next closest player only had 14 points. P.J. Haggerty is a stud. He knows how to carry teams across the finish line. They're now 5-0 to start the year.
Right on time. Cole, who you got?
Tyler loves to talk about strength of schedule, so let's just talk about who PJ Haggerty is. That his name? I don't even know the kid's name. North Carolina, Greensboro. What conference is that? They played Bellarmine. They were good a couple years ago. Cal, decent, and Tulsa. Tulsa? Really? What's Tulsa known for? Do you know anything? No. Okay.
Where is Tulsa?
Here's the player that I don't even know. Texas? I don't know. Oklahoma? Here's the player. Graphics are back, and so is Cameron Bruiser. Look at this kid. He is the best plus-minus in the nation. That's the most important stat. Why? Because when he is on the floor, he is the biggest impact out of any player in college basketball. And then he's a walking double-double for John Shire and that team. Tyler, what are you talking about, this PJ Haggerty kid? Kansas State isn't even ranked.
Kansas State's number one in the Big 12.
They're not ranked right now. Are they ranked?
One of the best in the Big 12.
I know we're going to argue about rankings in a little. Yes, it does, Tyler. Why? Because team success matters in these awards. When you look at Duke, who won it last year? Cooper Flag at Duke. They were the number one seed in the tournament.
He has more assists per game than Cameron Boozer has.
Matters so much, and that's why Cameron Boozer is much better shooter than
efficiency.
I'm going to need to get my hearing checked after this. Final topic of y'all's round today. Final topic. Who's the most overrated team in the top 25? Tyler, who you got? I'm scared of this. Oh no. Oh, the props. The props are here.
I'd like to present to you people an APV of Mr. Otega Owe and the Kentucky Wildcats.
That's very rude.
Bouncers are gonna like that. This is beautiful right here. I like this picture right here, standing right next to Mark Pope. She's absolutely clueless, don't know what they're doing. The expectations were higher this year. Oh, and by the way, you know how much money Kentucky put on their roster this year? $22 million. $22 million, and they're 0-2 against ranked opponents, losing to Louisville and Michigan State. While Michigan State only has a roster of $3.5 million and absolutely smoked Kentucky.
I don't disagree. Cole, who you got?
Tyler, this is how bad your take is. I'm going to have to defend the Kentucky Wildcats as a Louisville fan, and I'm going to attack probably the coach in the country that Kentucky fans hate more than Pat Kelsey, and that's John Calipari, because he's a con artist. Look at Arkansas. You look at KenPom, that's it's all metrics. It's no storylines for AP or the stereotypical human voters. It removes all that. They are 41st in the KenPom. And then you look at their offensive efficiency, 47th, 40th in defense, and they're ranked 21st in the AP poll, Tyler. So what do you say about the $22 million roster? I know John Calipari spent a ton of money on that roster, and they lost to Winthrop by 1. And their roster is probably just scholarship.
Who has a higher
$0.
ranking? Who has a higher ranking right now? It's Kentucky. They're overrated.
They're a top 25
Kentucky
team, Tyler.
Is overrated.
They've lost to
Kentucky
Louisville.
is more
There's a top
overrated
15
than Arkansas.
Team, and they've lost to Michigan State.
No.
This
Kentucky
year.
is more
They're
overrated.
losing to
You
good
cannot
teams.
tell me
They don't duck
they
the
play
smoke like
cupcake
Arkansas
teams. Otega Owe turns the ball over 2.5 times per
Tyler,
game.
your pick Brent Smith earlier.
They're playing North Carolina and Gonzaga.
Tyler,
if those are ranked, they're going to lose to those two teams at this rate. They are horrible. No, Arkansas made the Sweet 16 last year.
All right. Dude. I think Cole and Tyler both could argue with the wall, but we'll have to find that out later. Stay with us. Fouch is going to rejoin me at the desk once again to talk ball with the all-knowing and thinks he's undefeated Gus Bus when we come back.
Let's see.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Oh, I had to get my watch ready for this one. Round 2, Gus Fouch. Need I say more? Prepare for absolute cinema. Get your camera phones ready. We're talking NFL. Gus going to start us off. Gus, who is the biggest winner at the trade deadline? I'm afraid there's a right answer here. Was it the Colts or was it the Cowboys?
You are right. There is a right answer here, and it was without a doubt the Indianapolis Colts, buddy.
For the
Sorry
shoe.
to break it to you. One of the best teams in the league, just got a lot better, getting one of the best corners in the league. Just broke up with Ice Spice, so his talent's going to go back up. And Dallas, how can you win the trade deadline when you're 4-5-1? Yeah, that win was impressive on Monday, but it was against the Raiders. It was, everybody beats the Raiders. And then Logan Wilson fell out of the rotation in Cincinnati for a reason. What made him good was his ability to play in coverage, and he has been terrible in coverage this year. And he's also just fragile and made of glass. It's easy. It's the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, I'm already scared just because of how calm Gus was with that take about what's to come. But, Alec, who you got?
A little too calm, if you ask me. That's what I think the Colts' playoff aspirations are going to be. Very, very cooling off as they get closer and closer to the postseason. But the Cowboys absolutely dominated in the trade deadline. And me, as a Cowboys fan, I have to be a homer, but it's very rare that Jerry Jones actually hits at the trade deadline. Quinnen Williams, the man is in his prime, probably one of the best defensive tackles in the league, and he's going to make that trade for Logan Wilson look even better as he actually will get to make some plays now that he doesn't have one of the worst defensive lines in the league on the Bengals. And, the way they whooped up on the Raiders, obviously the Raiders aren't that good, but it was one of the better games I've seen the Cowboys play this year. Give me the Cowboys for the best trade deadline.
Hey, you're about to graduate, right?
Absolutely,
I got
I
a
am.
little parting gift for you.
I get to put the fries in the bag finally. Oh my gosh. I know that I really am excited for a career after I graduate.
Oh, you're a career? It's going to go about as good as the Dallas Cowboys season. You're going to be working at the DSU Steak and Shake, buddy.
Steak and Shake.
208.
All right.
34.
All right. I'm going to gut us.
37.
I'm going to gut us. I agree with Gus on this take.
Talk some more about the Cowboys.
Alec, I'm sorry. I agree with Gus on this take. Topic number 2. We're going to keep it rolling. The fries are gone. Topic number 2. Gus, we're going to stick with you. Will the Chiefs make the playoffs this year?
Absolute. They definitely will. The main thing is, yes, they are 5-5, but they do have an easier remaining schedule. They've got the Raiders twice. They've got the Titans. They got the Broncos as well, and they're 9-2, but they're not too great. And you don't want to count out Patrick Mahomes. This is a proven Super Bowl winning quarterback, MVP, and they also got the refs in their pocket. That happens a lot too. And they also, this is a team that had just made 3 straight Super Bowl appearances, going 2-1 in those games. And a lot of the losses they've had this year have been by 1 score. You don't want to count out Andy Reid in the months of January and February, especially Patrick Mahomes. And even though Travis Kelce's getting old, he's still got it.
As much as I hate to disagree or to agree with you, Gus, I do. But Fouch, how are you going to argue against this?
Yeah, I think you made a typo there, a verbal typo. His name's not Travis Kelce anymore. It's Travis Swift. And that's pretty apparent as to the nature of their team right now. That program is in the toilet bowl, but I think it's only because they're having their New England Patriots moment where they don't win a championship for about 10 years. I think we're at the start of that right now. Kansas City 1-4 in away games this season, and they're not winning their division. They have no shot. They've already lost to the Broncos and the Chargers, and if they play those 2 teams again, I really don't see. They might beat the Chargers, but I don't see them beating the Broncos. That division is stacked. The whole AFC is stacked better than any point at any time in Patrick Mahomes' career. It's going to be a challenge for them, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
I will agree with you that they are going to absolutely lose, or they're going to absolutely beat
They're
the
going to
Chargers.
lose? They're absolutely going to lose.
No, they're not going to lose.
You heard it here first.
I screwed up.
Gus
I will give
Warren
it that.
agreed with me.
I did not agree with you.
That's right. That's how politics works,
Because I'm better than you.
You're never
I'm
getting that
better
back.
than you. I'm better than you.
Are you just going to sit there and babysit that WWE belt all night? What are you the champion of?
This is all mine. I'm the champion of this booth. I am the delay of game champion.
Right.
I wore all black because this is your funeral. I like burying freshmen.
Gus Warren over
Do you wear a $50,000 Rolex
Where did the
watch?
fry bag come from?
Right,
It's yours. It's yours. It's yours.
We're moving on. Final
Take
topic.
my Chick-fil-A order.
Final topic. It's got us even
count
more
knuckle
heated
fries.
I
as this
haven't
has
worked
gone
there in
along.
5 years.
Gus, who is your pick for the NFL MVP?
I feel like everybody kind of knows that it might be Jonathan Taylor, but with the way the NFL goes, it's a quarterback award. So I'm going with none other than Matthew Stafford, the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams. He is having the best year of his career. 2,557 yards, 27 TDs, and 2 interceptions, and we aren't even done with the season yet. The Rams are currently 8-2 on the year. 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in 3 straight games. That is a NFL record, and he is playing his best football at the right age of 37 years old, aging like fine wine, aging like a bottle of Josh Matthew Stafford is. I don't see anybody else winning this one.
You know, Gus, seeing that you didn't use all your time, I'll take some of it for you. I actually enjoyed a bottle of Josh myself over the weekend. As you can see, very relaxed. You know, I just like to keep it chill, keep it kosher. And you know who keeps it kosher? Drake May, the quarterback for the New England Patriots. This man has been on a tear this season. As you can see, 4-13 last year in his rookie year, moving up to 8-2 in just one season so far this season. One of the best improvements I've seen year to year from a rookie quarterback. 2,836 yards so far passing through the air, 20 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. His 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, one of the best in the NFL. And with Mike Vrabel at the helm as his head coach, I mean, they could be about as relaxed as I am right now, knowing that they're probably going to have a shot at an AFC championship.
All right, I'm scared. Go at it.
That's cute. You feel like a young team's actually going to make it to an AFC championship, let alone a Super Bowl. You really think Drake May is going to win an MVP? That's funny, buddy. He's a good fantasy quarterback.
He
is
not?
a good guy.
You think
Drake
Matt
May
Stafford in his 20 millionth year in the league?
Yes,
his,
37-year-old. He is older than you, and he's going to win.
He's older than me and has the worst set of veneers I've ever seen on planet
Okay, yeah, he might have the worst set of
He is
veneers, but he's
decrepit.
got the money to fix it. He makes more money than you.
Money doesn't win championships. He's won one championship against a fluke Bengals team that will never get back to those heights ever again.
Yeah, but he
Sorry,
still won
Joe
it.
Burrow,
They
I
still
love
made
you.
it to the
But
dance.
Matt
They still made
Stafford
it.
is done. Okay, Drake May has been absolutely disgusting this year. If you watched him in college at UNC,
Yeah, I mean,
his family lineage, the
May
May family.
You know who else was good? Their first year at the Patriots? Mac Jones was good. Mac Jones made the playoffs, and they got blown out. And then he was ruined after that.
Mac Jones made the playoffs under Bill Belichick. It's all about coaching. Drake May is amazing, but he's even better with Mike Vrabel as his head coach.
You think they're going to make the AFC Championship? You really think they have a snowball chance?
All right. Well, at least we can agree on one thing, okay? And it's that as long as we're not Titans fans, okay, we're happy. All right, Mike Vrabel over with the Patriots doing a lot better over there. Let's agree on one thing.
Agree to disagree? Yes. Agree to disagree. All right.
I'm still the champ.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have arguably one of our favorite segments. Say it with me, guys. Oh, come on! Stay with us.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys. You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
What do you say when the person that means the most leaves? I don't know how to start this, so I'll start with an inside joke. This is Ryan Murphy, a storyteller known for his character, impact, and intentionality.
Having a guy like Ryan kind of be able to lead me throughout broadcasting and really show me like all the little things that matter and how those little things make big differences, it's been a pleasure. And him being my photog for Topper Tailgate Trivia, I couldn't ask for a better photog. He's always knows exactly where I want the camera to be. Even if it's not on me, he knows what little kid to put it on in each situation, or to point at the trash can and know his place in that role. He's best photog any topper tailgate trivia could ask for.
That's all right. 4, man.
It's all right.
He has a name that's gonna leave an impact on people. It's left an impact on me on such a deep level. It's left an impact on so many people, even in just stepping into this program. Like, Extra Point has changed tremendously because of Ryan Murphy, and he's gonna go far. And if someone would have told me elsewhere, then I'd say they're crazy.
You can just tell that, like, just the way that he is here is just times 10 when it comes, like, to me, to his family. So that's crazy. Like, he always is making sure we are okay. He's always trying to carve out time to see us, even when he's here all hours of the night. And he's always busy, but that intentionality, Ryan would always carve out time somewhere.
The little things he does that go unseen are going to come to surface, and people are going to realize without Ryan Murphy in this program, it will be different, because he has left such a big impact. He's just intentional, and I hope everyone gets to meet Ryan Murphy.
Thank you to my friend, Ryan Murphy.
Well, we didn't exactly have a lot planned for this one. We may or may not have lied to Ryan a little bit about the nature of the last block of our show today, and we may not have even prepared at all for the final few minutes of the show. So, you know, being able to leave it off on a bit of an emotional moment, not what we're usually used to here, but we have to do it for the man, the myth, the legend. Can we get a round of applause on set for Ryan Murphy? Because none of this show, what this show has become, would not be possible without this man right here. And I'm just honored to be able to share this chair one final time with him. But I mean, enough about me. Clearly, everybody wants to hear about you, Ryan. Take it away.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, first off, forgetting my fiance, that was cold. I don't know why you did. I don't know. I'm so blessed. There's so much I could say. Like, I could talk for hours and hours, literally, about this place, and I will for the rest of my life. When I came here 2 years ago, I walked in and I didn't know if I belonged and if I had made the right choice of doing something that many people probably would have thought was crazy at my age, at a point where I probably could have had a solid career in anything else. But I showed up, and even when I felt like an outcast, every single person here made me feel like I belonged here and made me feel like I was at home here and that I could make something of myself. And gosh, now I sound terrible. I'm all like flustered and everything, but I hope that in my time here that I was able to be that for somebody. That's all I wanted to be in the time that I was here, was to give back that amount of love and care.
Well, Ryan, there's a reason we're doing this for you, and you really set the standard. And I just let me shake this guy's hand.
Hey, come on now.
I'm honored, dude. Just an honor, a real pleasure to be able to work
Wait, so you
alongside
knew about this?
I was vaguely told about it by our sports directors a few days ago.
Bro.
I may have watched the entire video.
Days ago?
Yes, just a few days ago. And I think that was a very special thing they did for you, man. I think you deserve every bit of praise and all the showering you're going to get for the rest of your career.
I'm blessed. I don't know how else. I'm blessed. That's the biggest thing I've taken out of this, is I'm blessed, and I'll remember and I'll talk about this place for the rest of my life.
That's right. But for the final time, Ryan,
let's do it.
It's up
and it's good.